Wow, what an episode of Big Brother last night. Hello and welcome, my fellow BB UK 2023 fans. What a brilliant episode of Big Brother last night. It was a big nominations episode, but what do you think? Because this week, up for eviction is Dylan, Trish, and shock horror not, Hallie. Now, what you've got to remember about this eviction process this year on ITV, it's a vote to evict, not a vote to save. And they may change that as the series goes on. Of course, it's a vote to save on the final. But right now, a vote to evict means who you hate the most. And that isn't good for Hallie. I mistakenly said on Twitter last night that Hallie won't go and it'll be Dylan or Trish, but I'm wrong. I'm absolutely wrong. Because the more of the episode I saw last night, the fewer favours Hallie is doing for herself. We have to live in the real world. Unfortunately, there are people who are going to vote to evict Hallie because she's trans. That is the sad and hateful world we live in. That makes me very, very sad. But you know me, I'm a straight shooter and I say it how it is, right? A bit like Olivia, something we've got in common, that's why we're mates. But at the end of the day, right, the fact that some people may vote to evict her because she's trans won't get her kicked out of the house. But that is part of the situation she's in. And she shouldn't have to be in that situation, right? She's been open and honest about herself, which, she deserves respect and love for. But the problem with Hallie is she doesn't help her position. She cheated with Olivia last week, which is obviously one of the reasons she's been knocked. But what I'm stunned about, how scot-free Olivia has got away with this. And it seems like, obviously, Olivia is playing a better game than Hallie. Knowing both these girls, that doesn't surprise me. Because Hallie wears her heart on her sleeve. This is her, this is who she is. Where Olivia plays a more smarter game. Even though she's a straight talker and she loves herself and all that jazz, it's clear that the housemates like her. But even worse than that, they don't see her as a threat, which I find very, very interesting. They don't want to punish her for the cheating. She was involved with the cheating. But Hallie did target Zach. She was calling him a game player. Then, as Yimran said, she was exposed as being a game player. Because Hallie is not perfect. She's utterly flawed. There's no question about that. And she's in a very dangerous position right now, Hallie. She could easily go. What about Dylan? And what about Trish? Well, wouldn't it be typical of the United Kingdom if they evicted a guy with one leg just because he cooks? Now, let's think about this. Think about the sense of this, right? You're living in the Big Brother house. Most of them can't effing cook, right? So they're getting rid of the best cook in the house. It doesn't make sense. Just remember, the reasons they give for nominations are not their real reasons for nominations. It's all tactical. So they see this guy, this independent guy who can cook, all of this. They see him as a threat. They think people may like him. So what they're going to do, they're going to put him up for eviction to see how popular and strong he is. But I don't believe a vote to evict Zach, so let me say that again, a vote to evict Dylan is going to be very effective if the housemates truly want him out of the house. I would say more people would dislike Trish than Dylan. But what do I know? I mean, personally, she's getting on my nerves with the gender politics. She really is. She was going on to Hallie. I would never ask a woman to change or for a woman to quieten down because it's been done to me in my life. The usual old BS we get from the far left, right? So there's elements of Trish I really like, but that BS that she keeps on coming out with really annoys me. But you have to look at this logically. Logically right now, I mean, as I said, at first I thought, not Hallie, but I thought Hallie would be safe and I thought Trish and Dylan would be in danger. But I just don't see how people are going to be passionate enough to vote to evict in their, in their hundreds of thousands, or however many people are going to vote this week. Last week it was over 1 million votes on the Big Brother app. Really, really impressive. But right now, I think Hallie must be the favourite to go on Friday. I mean, I don't know for sure. That's what's so fascinating and exciting about this whole situation. Because it is a very interesting eviction night this Friday. Hallie being evicted would be one of the biggest upsets in Big Brother history. And if she goes, it changes the dynamic of the house, because it says it doesn't matter how entertaining you are, the British public won't suffer you if you're playing games, if you're disingenuous. And Hallie has done a few things the public won't like.